How did your parents fail you? My dad chose his new job over choosing me. He got promoted when I was 14 and immediately became someone I didn't recognize. He started working till midnight, stopped coming to my games, missed every parent-teacher conference. Mom would just smile weakly and say, "Dad's building our future," or "He's doing this for us." But I knew better. He wasn't doing it for us. He was doing it for himself. Once after I won first place in the science fair, the only thing he said at dinner was how I could have presented better. Said the real world doesn't give participation trophies. I'd spent 3 months on that project, staying up late, testing and retesting. Mom just passed the mashed potatoes and changed the subject to the weather. That silence hurt worse than his criticism. When I tried talking to him alone about feeling invisible, he'd check his phone mid-sentence and say, "Let's discuss this later," or "You'll understand when you're older." But later never came, and I wasn't asking to understand. I was asking him to see me. The breaking point came during my 17th birthday. I'd been looking forward to it for months because Dad promised we'd go fishing. Just us, like we used to when I was little. My friends threw me a small party at school. Even my teacher brought cupcakes. But when I got home, Dad's car wasn't there. Mom said he got called into an emergency meeting, said it couldn't wait. I looked at her, silently begging her to admit this was wrong. She just squeezed my shoulder and said we'd celebrate tomorrow. But we both knew tomorrow wouldn't be different. That night, I heard them arguing through the wall. Mom crying, saying he was losing us. Him saying she didn't understand the pressure he was under. That sacrifices had to be made. I realized then that we were the sacrifice. I called my grandpa sobbing, couldn't even explain properly. Just kept saying Dad forgot again. 3 days later, Grandpa showed up at our door. Didn't say much, just told me to pack a bag. Mom begged me not to go. Said Dad was trying his best. That success takes time. But I'd already given him 3 years of my time. 3 years of waiting for him to remember I existed. I moved in with my grandpa. Dad called once a week at first, always during his lunch break. Always exactly 5 minutes. Like I was just another meeting on his calendar. Then the calls spread out. Every 2 weeks, once a month. He'd ask about school, grades, college plans. Never about me. Never how are you feeling or I miss you. Just checking boxes like I was an employee giving a status report. Mom visits sometimes. Brings cookies and gossip about the neighbors. Acts like nothing's wrong. Still defends him. Says he asks about me all the time. Says he keeps my old report cards in his desk drawer. I don't tell her that keeping papers isn't the same as keeping a relationship. I'm 23 now. Dad sends money for birthdays and holidays. Always with a brief note about being proud of me. Last Christmas he sent a card saying he wishes we talked more. The irony is he has my number. He just never uses it. My grandpa told me something that stuck. He said some parents love the idea of their kids more than they love their actual kids. They love the accomplishment, the bragging rights, the future success story, but they don't love the messy reality of just being there. I graduated college last spring. Dad came to the ceremony, sat in the front row, took pictures, posted on social media about his accomplished son. People congratulated him on raising such a dedicated kid. He smiled and accepted their praise like he'd been there all along. After the ceremony, he hugged me and said we should catch up soon. Maybe grab dinner. I said sure, knowing he'd never follow through. 2 months later, I'm still waiting for that dinner invitation. But I'm not holding my breath anymore. Some people are just better at making money than making memories. And by choosing his career over his kid, he ended up successful but completely